Hey, what's going on, guys? TTL, Test the Limit, Coach TTL, whatever you want to call me, back at it again. And today I'm going to show you guys, or tell you guys, educate you guys on when you should get Rift Herald, how to use it, what it does exactly, and yeah, why I prioritize Rift Herald almost every single game that I play. And I identify that as a very large win condition in Season 11. So yeah, let's get started. So firstly, when should I get Rift Herald? Honestly, when you want to win the game. I think that it is a huge win condition right now. And I prioritize early Rift Herald, obviously before 14 minutes, because turret plating goes away after 14 minutes, and you can use Rift Herald to get rid of that plating and get a lot of extra gold in the early game funneled into you and a laner of your choice. So because of that, I prioritize a Rift Herald before 14 minutes over early dragon unless the dragon is infernal or mountain. So if first dragon is infernal or mountain, I will usually prioritize that over Rift Herald, simply because they both give insane stats that would be very, very useful as you get later in the game. But if it's a cloud or an ocean dragon, it's just too much work, and you can easily just get Rift Herald. And because you get Rift Herald, it does not mean you're giving up dragon. It just means that, let's say the other team starts dragon, you can just take Rift Herald rather than contesting that, because Rift Herald is so big right now. And if I had to choose which one to get first, I would get Rift Herald first over a Cloud or Ocean Dragon. So why do we get Rift Herald? So Rift Herald does approximately 2,000 damage. It deals true damage. And if you don't know what that means, true damage means that it ignores armor or magic resist or anything like that. So I don't know the exact numbers, so bear with me, but it's something similar to 15 armor when a turret has all platings left. And that armor goes up and up as it gets less and less platings, down to 140 armor. And if you don't know what I mean by platings, I mean these little lines right here. So these little lines, each of those is a plating. So this is 1 plating, 2 plating, 3, 4, 5 platings is how much it has total. And this does true damage. So that means as this gets lower as a tower gets lower HP, it's going to be harder and harder for you to kill. But Rift Herald does true damage, so it ignores that armor. So with that, I like to use Rift Herald when it has less than three plates left, so that it almost, if not, one shots the tower, and you can just be done with it and not have to worry about those tower platings as it gets more and more hard to kill. Not only that, it gives you tower gold no matter how close you are. So obviously the laner associated with that lane, so let's say we use Rift Herald mid lane, the mid laner will have to be pushing and near the tower to get that gold. But as a jungler, you can back, and even if you're in base, as long as the Rift Herald was used by you, you get the gold for the plating. And if you do use it when there's less than 3 plates left and it one shots, it opens up the map by destroying a tower. So let's say I have a Katarina mid that is constantly getting pushed in and it's hard for her to roam, even though Katarina is a great roaming champion. I can use Rift Herald mid to not only give her a boost by giving her some gold, it opens up the map to allow her to push even further into her second tower, which would give her an extra wave or two and give her a lot of extra time to roam bot lane or top lane. And yeah, as we said, it helps your laner get a lead. So yeah. And then finally, where and when should I use Rift Herald? So I use Rift Herald in a lane that has a strong carry champion. So in that example, a Katarinas can help you carry a game very easily. Scaling champions, Kai'Sa, Vayne, those are good champions. Anybody really that you want to give a free few hundred gold to. I mean, it's really important to use it on a lane that you think can help carry you the game. Because if you're not doing that, there's no point in using Rift Herald. As I've been saying, you want to use Rift Herald when there's only 3 plates left, because Rift does true damage. It ignores that armor. You can use Rift Herald much easier after a successful gank or push. So if I gank mid lane and get a kill, and I notice the tower has 4 plates left, let's say, I can push that wave with them and continue pushing the tower until the tower has 3.5 plates left. By 3.5, I mean it's like it has 3 plates, and then that third plate is at half HP. So it would technically be 2.5. I don't know what you'd consider that. But then, as long as it's below that 2000 HP mark, I would use Rift Herald so that it would just take down that tower and allow my mid laner to roam and get that ton of extra gold. And one important thing to remember with Rift Herald is to never use Rift Herald in a position where you think that it could be killed before getting a hit off. So preferably, you would get a kill from a gank, use Rift Herald, take that first tower, and then push the next wave into the second tower so that Rift Herald gets a second hit on the second tower. That doesn't always happen. It's okay to use Rift Herald in a position where it just gets that first tower, just hits that first tower. But if you're using Rift Herald and it literally does nothing, you wasted your time getting Rift Herald, and that's a big no-no. You don't want that. So make sure when you're using Rift Herald, you're using it in a position where you are guaranteed to at least get that first hit on that first tower. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.